Good evening and welcome to Playoff Baseball, IHSA Sectional Baseball on the Penn on the IHSA Champions Network. The number one Penn Kingsmen look to start their run to the state championship tonight against the 9-19 South Bend Adams Eagles. The winner of this game will punch their ticket to the sectional semifinal to take on the winner of Mishawaka and Michigan City. I'm James Mason alongside Danny Morton from LaPorte High School, the baseball capital of Indiana, Schraber Field. And hopefully a good one in store for us tonight. We see a good matchup tonight between the Eagles' powerful offense. They've been hitting the ball very well as of late against Penn's pitching, which has been excellent all season long. Danny, what's the key to shutting down this potent offense of the Eagles?
I think the key to winning this game for the Eagles tonight is going to be throwing strikes mainly on the outside corners. A lot of the hard hit balls we see from Penn are usually pull side and up the middle, so making them go the other way, making them fight for those hits that they have been, they've been mashing the ball lately. So definitely going to have to be throwing around some of the more key hitters in this lineup, I think, if they're going to win this one tonight.
All right, we'll go ahead and take a quick look at the starting lineups for tonight. We'll start with Penn, and a pretty similar lineup to what we've seen all season long. Leading off in center field, you got River Pacina. Batting second and playing shortstop is Braden Plummer. Batting third and playing in right, Mason Braun. Will Barnes at first base. He's batting fourth. Bennett Hartford batting fifth. He's at third base. Dawson French is at second. He's batting sixth. Gavin Taylor is DHing, batting seventh. Kaiden Horvath is batting eighth and catching. And making his varsity debut, the freshman in left field, Mason Bernacki. And the freshman will get his first ever start on varsity in Game 1 of the postseason here in 2025. And, man, what a scene it is here today. The rain is cleared out. They are getting the field ready. Both teams have taken infield. We're waiting on a national anthem. And really a great sight for Bernacki to make his start, because the transition from grass to turf, at least in terms of defense, is definitely a different one to figure out. But starting on grass on varsity has probably got to be a good feeling for him. It's going to be something he's seen most his life, and we'll see how that changes things. We saw the infield today for the Kingsmen. They were taking infield. Did not look like their best. They have been making a lot more errors than they have in the past. They've had an increase in errors from 1.2 errors per game in the month of April to 2.5 in the month of May. How is that going to affect things tonight?
Well, Penn pretty much plays every single game back over at the friendly confines on turf. And I don't know, they're under exposure to dirt and playing on a grass field like we have today. I mean, we saw some really nasty hops when they were taking infield. The grass is wet, just got done raining. Looked like players couldn't really get a grip on the ball, which is definitely going to be a really big factor for the middle infield pitchers and catchers. I think we can definitely see a lot of baseballs getting away from these guys today.
And so for Adams, they will lead off with Aiden Masinski. He's DHing. Ben Pachaki is batting second. He is playing at first. Evan Witt is catching and batting third. Weston Hoke is batting fourth. He's in center field. Brock Stoltz is playing shortstop. Garrett Miller is in left field. He's batting seventh. Caston Keene is in at third base. He's batting eighth. And Keenan Smith is at second, and he is rounding out the order with Ethan Timberger on the mound. Caden Stockbridge on the mound for the Kingsmen. And we are just about ready to start things off here. The keys to the game for Penn. They got to pitch with the bases empty to the star hitter, Masinski, for Adams. He is just smoking the ball right now, batting .338, 22 hits, 19 RBIs, 4 doubles. He's a Huntington University commit. They did a pretty good job in their first two matchups against Adams this year. Kingsmen won both of those games pretty handily. They run-ruled them in the first game and had no trouble in the second game, 8-0 in game 2. He went 1 for 7, Masinski did, in those two games. And when you see a hitter like this, what is going through Stockbridge's mind, do you think?
Well, Stockbridge has been just completely dominant throughout the entire season, posting crazy numbers, ERA, hits per 9, all of that. And he his best part of his game, in my opinion, is his first pitch strikes. He throws first pitch strikes in a very large percentage of at-bats. He's very efficient. I think he's going to try and set the tone in this first inning, get a lot of first pitch strikes and try and keep his pitch count down going into the weekend.
That is, I mean, the first pitch strike, that is what we see from the best pitchers in all levels of baseball. They're getting ahead in counts, and they're not giving up walks, and they're really just figuring out ways to get the first pitch across, and they're figuring out ways to keep the hitter guessing.
That's right. That's right. And with Stockbridge's arsenal, I mean, we see he has curveball, changeup, fastball. He has a slider that he can work in. If he could rely on a couple of different pitches tonight, that's gonna bode well for him, I think.
He sports a 1.37 ERA, and coming into today, he's got 56 strikeouts, just 24 walks. So he's definitely been the strike thrower all season long for the Kingsmen. He's only given up 8 runs all year, earned 14 of them have come against him, not charged to him. That comes in 40 2/3 innings pitched. He's got a save. He's 5-0 on 737 pitches, which I guess across 8 games, that's a pretty low number. That's under 100 pitches a game. So they expect him to keep the pitch count low today, be pretty efficient against Adams, and they're going to hopefully have him back for if they make the sectional championship, which will likely be against LaPorte. LaPorte has the bye. They play tomorrow. They play against Riley, which Riley has had a rough season all season long. We will pause here for the national anthem, and we will be right back with first pitch. All right, we welcome you back. The Kingsmen, the away team on the scoreboard tonight, they'll bat first. Adams, the home team. So we will see how the Kingsmen face against Ethan Timberger on the mound. He has had just one appearance all season long. That was 1 inning. He had 3 strikeouts, a walk, and 1 hit, no runs. So a small sample size, but he's been pretty reliable. the tall righty on the mound tonight, sporting the number 4. And he will duel against the Kingsman lineup, which has been one of the best in the state all season long. It's part of the reason why they are number 1 in just about every poll. They look to start their run towards the state championship tonight. And they're going to have to go through Adams tonight, tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Friday. Looks like it'll probably be, unless some miracle upset happens, it's going to be Mishawaka, a rematch with them. The only team the Kingsmen have not played in this section is Michigan City, and they have had a dreadful year this year. And you never know, playoff baseball, but it does not seem likely that they get past Mishawaka. So Friday, if the Kingsmen win, it looks like it's going to be Penn Mishawaka. And if they win that one, it's probably going to be Penn LaPorte in the sectional championship. All those games will be broadcasted right here on the pennant. They are done with the warm-ups here. River Pacina stands in. We're about to start the run to Indianapolis. Pacina will stand in. Trimberger goes to work, and the first pitch is low and away. Ball 1. So 1-0 on Pacina, who comes into this game. He is just smoking the ball. First pitch home runs. He's got 2 of them this year. 1-0 on him here. Infield plays straight up. And that is low. It's 2-0 on River. Bit of a step off here. Early 2-0. What does this mean to the Kingsmen here to try and get this first man on?
I think he's just looking for something he can nail right here, something he can get a hold of.
That's in there for strike 1 on the inside part of the plate.
Definitely not something he's looking for right there. He wants something over the heart of the plate, something he can hit hard until he gets to 2 strikes.
2-1. Pacina knows what he wants most of the time. That's why he's such a good hitter. Looping breaking ball that is up and in. It's 3-1. Hitters count here. He's looking for his pitch.
100%, yeah.
Pacina draws a lot of walks. Hits for average and power. And the 3-1. He lines one to right, taking a step in and now going back. It's over the head of the outfielder, Caston Keene. Pacina can fly. It's at the fence. Picked up the relay in. Pacina on his way to third. He will be in standing up, and it's a leadoff triple for the Kingsmen here.
That's one thing I will note about the outfield. Infield was playing pretty straight up, but the outfield looked like they were a little bit shallow. They're kind of hugging the line a little bit. If they don't make an adjustment in this one, some of these guys in the heart of the lineup are just going to be sending balls over their head all day. Pacina gets to showcase a little bit of his speed there with the triple.
He went the other way on that one, which he likes using all fields. He'll go to center, he'll go to right, he'll go to left, wherever he has to go to take a pitch. He stands on third after the triple. Braden Plummer in the box. First pitch swing and a high pop-up infield right side. Making the catch is Pichaki, and there is one away. Definitely not what they were looking for there. They pop out on the first pitch. Sac fly still in play, though, for Mason Braun. Braun playing in right field today.
Center fielders shifted over into that right center gap. There's a whole lot of green grass in the outfield right now.
Left field.
Mason Braun. Yeah, left field.
Playing in. Braun will take him the other way. He takes a pitch low and in. Braun, another guy like Pacina, uses all the fields anywhere he has to go. Will Barnes looms on deck. Braun, a dangerous hitter in his own right. The LSU commit. One 1-0 on Mason Braun here. He's got the righty on lefty matchup. And time is called by Braun. A long pause between pitches there from Trimberger.
Trimberger's, definitely feeling a lot of pressure in this situation. You got a runner on third with 1 out. Runner on third with a lot of speed. 1 out. Pass ball here. This backstop does a lot.
Inside, and he hits Braun. And he tried to pitch him inside there because, that's where there's a little less power. Got to play on the edges to Braun, but he goes too far in. Yeah. He hits Braun. And it is first and third with 1 out
If there's one thing they want to avoid here, it's a double play ball. Barney's going to have to hopefully hit a little line drive, maybe elevate something. Ball on the ground is probably worst case scenario. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach sends Braun in motion here. They're going to probably try and get two guys in scoring position with the power hitter up.
Barnes this year, he's on the season. He's been able to hit a lot of fly balls, a lot of line drives. He's been able to keep it off the ground, which is a lot different from last year. First pitch is in there for a strike. Definitely going to try and pitch him low here, get that ground ball.
Definitely, yeah.
Braun with a decent-sized lead on that last pitch. He takes a three-step lead off first. Pacina with a shallow lead on third. He'll score on anything that is not right at the left side of the infield. A step off there from the pitcher, Trimberger. Just a three-step lead from Braun here. Pretty conservative. Big hole on that right side as the first baseman holds on Braun. And he tries to shoot it the other way, and he swats it foul. It's 0-2 on Barnes. Hartford is on deck.
You got to protect here, but you still got to be thinking. You kind of have to elevate something. Barnes isn't necessarily the fastest guy on the team, so double play ball is not ideal with the leadoff triple.
Second base shifted pretty far away from the bag to the right of it. Shortstop is playing close to second. 0-2 on Barnes here. Braun with a jumping lead off first. Breaking ball just missed high.
That's a dangerous pitch to throw Barnes. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that. A little bit of a hanging breaking ball. Caught the middle of the plate just a little bit up.
One and two here on Will Barnes. Runners to the corners. There goes Braun. A swing and a tapper back in front of plate. It's picked up by Trimberger. He'll throw to first. Pacina holds at third. It's second and third, and there's two down as they get Barnes at first.
Next batter for Penn, third baseman,
That was a pretty high IQ play right there by Mason Braun. I won't lie, he saw that the pitcher seemed a little bit shook when he was getting that jumping lead on the previous pitch, and I think he felt like he had him pretty timed up right there. Took the opportunity and prevented the double play.
Kingsmen have been excellent two-out hitters all season long. Let's see if they can get a two-out hit here, driving a couple runs. It's Bennett Hartford at the plate. He's had a few big swings this season. Second and third, two outs. We're in the top of the first. Up and in, ball one. 0-0 ball game. Kingsman led off the game with a triple to right field from River Pacina. Braun was hit with a pitch. He stole second he was going on the pitch at least, on the Barnes tapper out. 1-0 is up and in again, 2-0. Trimberger, more of a high-stress inning here than they would like, but it would feel pretty good for Adams if they can get out of this inning. 2 balls and no strikes. Steps back on the mound. Big hole up the middle. Infield plays back near the grass up the middle. Catches the inside part of the strike zone there. That's where he was trying to go with those last 2 pitches. Gets it in there with that, looks like a little slider and a mix of a curveball there.
Definitely not anything Bennett's looking to hit with no strikes on him, that's for sure.
2-1. And the pitch. Up the middle. This will be a tough play. Under the glove of the diving Stoltz. That's into center field. 1 run in. Braun coming home. The relay home is not in time. Holding it first with a 2-out single with 2 RBIs. Bennett Hartford.
You put the ball in play, good things happen right there. That's not the hardest hit ball we've ever seen Bennett hit by any stretch, but he found a gap right up the middle of the infield like you were talking about, James, and that was just a great piece of hitting right there. Stayed inside of it.
Got his hands to the ball, knocked it up the middle right where he wanted it. And it's 2-0 Kingsman here in the top of the first inning against South Bend Adams. Dawson French looks to keep it going here with 2 outs and a man on first. He had the walk-off hit against St. Joe last week. They try and pick off Hartford. Doesn't go. He had the walk-off infield single with the bases loaded against the number 2 Class 3A team last week. Breaking ball misses high. That's right where Barnes laid off the same pitch a little earlier. That one was a little higher.
Yeah, he's going to have to settle in and start locating that pitch just a little bit better. I could definitely see a mistake coming up here pretty soon. If not this inning, probably the next with that breaking ball.
1-0 on Frenchie here. Good leadoff first for Hartford. Just gets a piece of it, fouls it back on that fastball high. Pretty big backstop here at LaPorte. So any pass ball is danger on the base paths. Take some wild caroms off this fence. 1-1. Tries to locate that breaking ball again upstairs. He missed.
Yeah, he keeps going back there, but he's just not getting the call today.
It is over the middle. It's just high.
Yeah, it's just breaking a little bit too late.
2-1. There goes the runner. Up and in on the breaking ball. Throw down. Not in time. It squirts into center field. Taking off for third is Hartford, and he's going to get there. It died in between the 2 fielders in center field. It died in between the center fielder, Hoke, and Stoltz. And getting to third.
That is really great situational awareness by Bennett Hartford. He saw the pitcher was getting into a little bit of a routine. He took advantage of it, got a great jump, and looked like the second baseman was able to get a good glove on it. Got into the outfield in no man's land. He was able to take third. Quick glance at the ball, and he was gone.
3-1 count now for French with a runner on third and 2 outs. He spikes it low. It gets away. Here comes Hartford. It goes pinging into the dugout. French is taking off for second. It went into the dugout. A run scores. He'll stay put at first, though.
See what the umpires rule here. Ball out of play.
It seems as though they could have given him second there.
Looks like that's what Stanton's arguing over at first. Why he's not getting why he's not getting second.
So a run scores. It's 3-0 Kingsman after the French walk and wild pitch or pass ball, however you may rule it. Here comes Gavin Taylor, the DH. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, low and in.
A little bit late on that fastball. I think he might have been sitting first pitch breaking ball as Trimberger's going to it a good percentage of the time.
Been very breaking ball heavy so far. The 0-1. That one is in there for a strike with the breaking ball. It was fading away from the hitter, Taylor.
It's a great spot on the outside corner. You might have Taylor guessing right here. Going to have to choke up a little bit, get a ball in play.
French has got good speed on first. He should get to third on a single. There's 2 outs. Takes low. Didn't get the call. That looked like it was there.
That looked pretty good. Catcher might have framed that one a little bit too hard.
1-2 to Taylor. Second base plays more up the middle. Shortstop deep in the hole in between third and short. The 1-2 on the ground towards the hole in short. It's fielded by Stoltz. The throw on the run is not in time. He's safe. He legs out an infield single. French stays put at second. It's a hit. And it remains 3-0, and there's still 2 outs, but now 2 on.
It's a great play by the shortstop, but I think that was the third baseman's ball. The shortstop went for the backhand in the hole and tried to make a throw across his body when the third baseman could have just kept his momentum coming towards first and had more of a throw on the run towards first base. And Gavin Taylor had a really great effort right there. He was able to leg it out. He got a great situation for Kaiden Horvath there.
He has come up with some timely RBIs this year. The average is not where he wants it to be. He'll be the first to tell you that, as it's in there for a strike. But he's come up with some timely RBIs, some timely hits, and it's been improving. The average has as of late. It's hard to keep a average as a catcher because it's such a physical tax on your body playing behind the plate. It's sitting just under 300, closer to the 250s. 0-1 on Horvath here. First and second, 2 outs. Up the middle, and there's a base hit. Here comes French around third. He will score. It's picked up and thrown in. Staying at second is Taylor. It's 4-0 Kingsmen.
There's another one of those timely RBIs by Kaiden Horvath. That gives the Kingsmen a lead of 4. And they will bring in a pinch runner for Kaiden. That will be Kyler Kazmarski.
So Kazmarski is the courtesy runner down at first base. Mason Bernacki is up. It's the freshman in his first varsity start.
He's batting the 9-hole. He definitely was not expecting to get an at-bat in the first inning.
They're going to get a mound visit here.
See if Coach Dykes can maybe settle his nerves a little bit. Settle in there and just have a little debut. Have a day, right?
Yeah, it's a good start here so far for the Kingsmen. Can't be upset with whatever outcome comes here. So that's a pretty good spot to make your first at-bat. 4-0 lead here and a chance for an RBI.
Not too much pressure. Yeah, base hit scores 1.
He has just been slugging the ball down in the JV level. He breezed through I think maybe played 2 games, I believe, at the freshman level, then played the rest of the season with JV. Roster expands here once we hit tournament time. They call him up, and let's see what he can do with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. It's Kazmarski on first. It's Taylor on second. His first varsity at-bat comes as a freshman, and he is another one of those guys that when he comes up, they hope he can just supplement this team and give them just an extra boost they need. And there's a first pitch swinging a line driving to center. That's down to the right center field gap. 1 run will score. Taylor is in. Bernacki heading to second. It's all the way to the wall. Bernacki on his way to third. 2 runs are in as Kazmarski comes in to score. And it's a first pitch on varsity. It's a triple for Mason Bernacki. What a moment.
How's that for a little varsity debut, eh? Extra bases, get a triple, show off some speed, pick up a couple RBIs, give your team a lead, 6-0, turn the lineup over.
The second triple this inning for the Kingsmen. And he saw his first pitch. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. He shot it right to right center field. Beautifully placed.
We saw some of the better mechanics that we do see at Penn High School from a freshman. He kept the hands inside the ball. He drove it to right center pretty far. Far enough to get a little 3-bagger.
Here comes River Pacina. He's already hit a triple once, and he swings on the first pitch breaking ball and sends one sky high to shallow center. Running in is Hoke and making the catch in right center field. That ends the inning. The Kingsmen played 6 runs on a 2-out rally after a couple of triples, a couple of hits, a walk, a hit by pitch. 6 runs in the first, and now Caden Stockbridge will take the mound when we come back. And we welcome you back to Penn, bringing you Kingsman Baseball from LaPorte. It is the bottom of the first inning, 6-0 Kingsman, as they start their sectional off right here with 6 runs in the first inning. Now, Caden Stockbridge takes the mound for the Kingsmen. He has been spectacular this year. He's got a 4-pitch mix, a fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup. That fastball tops out around 92 miles an hour. He faces the leadoff hitter, Aiden Masinski, and it is a first pitch strike, as we talked about in the beginning. Getting that first pitch strike so important. He's facing off against a Huntington University commit. Batting .338 this season. 0-1 on him here. He goes slider away, and it just misses. 1-1. Infield plays straight up here on the first batter of the game. 1-1. And he gave him a sword on the inside fastball. And that's strike number 2. So 1-2 here. Stockbridge working out of the windup. And the right-hander deals a up and in slider, and 2-2. Rain still holding off. Cloudy day. The lights are on. 2-2. Back up the middle. Off the leg of Stockbridge. This is going to be close. Stockbridge has to pick it up between first and the mound. He picks it up. He flips. He's out with a great play. It bounces a couple times off his leg. Then he's able to pick it up himself. We'll check on him, see if he's all right. Looks like he is. There's one down.
Very impressive play. Bounces off of his shin. Rolls over towards first, and he just kind of flips it on the run. Barely gets him by maybe half a step.
Here comes Ben Pachaki. 1 out. Compact stance from the righty hitter here. Stockbridge with 1 out and nobody on deals a swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, he's in a pretty low pressure situation right now thanks to his offense. I think he's just got to pound the zone and get his hitters back on the field while they're hot.
That is in there for strike 2. Horvath couldn't catch it, but it was there. It's 0-2 now. Penn probably going to limit Stockbridge's pitch count tonight. They want him available if they are to make the sectional championship. 0-2, curveball swing and a foul ball. They want him available, if possible, as early as possible.
He is definitely the ace right now, so hopefully by Monday, I don't want to look too far ahead right now.
And a swing and a miss, strike 3. He elevates the fastball. There's 2 down. And I don't want to look too far ahead, but they can make it to Monday.
That's right.
They want him there. 2 down now after the strike 3 swinging. Evan Witt comes up to bat. He's catching today. Two outs and a foul ball back to the screen behind home. Another first pitch strike. 3 for 3. Infield plays back here. Middle infield back near the outfield grass. First and third close as well. The 0-1 is inside. It's 1-1. Witt back in the box. He was 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs against Penn this season. 1-1 is low. It's 2-1 now. He's played some good defense today behind home. Hadn't had a lot to do behind home other than catch the ball, but had that one pass ball, went into the dugout. Probably more of a wild pitch on that one. 2-1 is in there for strike 2. Looking for a nice 1-2-3 inning here. 2-2 with 2 outs and nobody on in the 6-0 bottom of the first. Swing and a foul ball. It is going to be just foul. It was tipped, not caught though.
Yeah, it looks like these first three hitters aren't necessarily crazy late. They're fouling his fastball off a good number of times. Just kind of looks like they're guessing up there.
The 10th pitch of the outing, and a swing and a miss. Breaking ball, swings through it. That ends the inning, a 1-2-3 inning. Stockbridge works well. We'll be right back with the top of the second. It's 6-0 Kingsman. And welcome back to LaPorte High School. Kingsman Baseball on the Penn. I'm James Mason alongside Danny Morton. Braden Plummer to lead things off here. We're in the top of the second inning. It's 6-0 Kingsman. They had a nice two-out rally, bringing home 4 runs after a 2 RBI hit by Bennett Hartford and more.
Adams decides to leave Trimberger out on the mound for this inning. I think they're hoping he can settle in there after giving up 6 in the first.
First pitch is away, ball 1. He's really trying to work that slider away from righties.
He really is, yeah.
And it's just not catching that outside part of the strike zone yet. 1-0 on Plummer. This time he goes back foot with that slider and missed again inside this time. 2-0.
We've seen him at a couple spots with it tonight, but not necessarily dominant with the off-speed pitches.
2-0. That sets up a line drive. Oh, and a one-hop badly played by Smith. Stumbling at first is Plummer. He wasn't going to get second. He slipped and fell. He was not going to get second. That was smoke to second, right at Smith, though. And he tried to play it on the short hop, and it hopped over his glove.
Yeah, we see the field with a little bit more of a factor right there. Adams is dirt, and they have a grass field as their home field. A little bit surprised that the second baseman had a pretty bad read on that one.
That's an E4. It brings up Mason Braun with a man on first and nobody out. Inside, and Braun is plunked for a second time today.
That might be the solution for throwing to Mason Braun. No.
Yeah, I mean,
just hit him.
He can't get the extra base hit that way. That hit him right on the shin. He'll have to shake that out.
Coach is going to come out and talk to him real quick.
Yeah, he is the last guy they need getting hurt right now. First and second, nobody out for Will Barnes. Braun will remain in the game, and he looks all right. That'll sting tomorrow morning. First pitch to Barnes, and he swings and drives one to center field. Going back is Hoke. He's turning. He's looking. It's gone to dead center field. That ball just kept carrying. A 3-run shot. It's 9-0 Kingsman.
Dead center. Will Barnes just absolutely unloaded on that ball. I mean, fence probably could have been another 20 feet back, and that thing was still gone.
Right into the trees. behind the sign of Slicer Baseball. They celebrate at home. It's 9-0 Kingsman. Well, that's a good way to start off the inning. An error, a hit by pitch, and Barnes makes him pay. Brings up Bennett Hartford here with the bases empty and nobody out. That's the 7th hit of the day for the Kingsmen. Or 6th. Sixth, excuse me. First pitch and a swing and a foul ball. It is Bennett Hartford standing in. He had a single in his first time up. No balls, 1 strike. Dawson French on deck. Kingsmen have come out swinging early. It's that curveball in for a strike. It's 0-2. Hartford worked a single on a late count last time. 0-2, shot foul. Next game today, after this one, is Mishawaka and Michigan City. The winner of that will take on the winner of this one. That's on Friday. If Penn wins, we'll have that game for you in the same place you're listening here. No balls, 2 strikes. Hartford swings and sends one to left center field. He started in, now going back and drifting, making the catch is Hoke. Did not get a great read on that to start, but he made up for it. Reached up and made the catch.
Yeah, it looks like balls out there are just kind of carrying today. A little bit of tail came back into him.
Not really any wind.
No. Might be a little bit of spin, a couple RPMs, having some effect on the ball.
So after the fly out to center, Dawson French stands in, 1 out, nobody on. First pitch, checked his swing. It was a strike anyway. It's a nice pitch on the outside there. Trimberger was at 29 pitches coming into this one, this inning. On the ground, slowly to second. Smith over to field. He'll flip to first and make the play by 2 steps. 2 down and nobody on for Gavin Taylor.
Designated hitter, Gavin Taylor.
Yeah, French just got caught a little bit out in front right there. Looked like the slider tried to go the other way, got caught out on his front foot.
Gavin Taylor with a single already this game. That one up and in. That is ball 1. No balls, 1 strike. Infield back near the grass up the middle, straight up at the corners. And a step off here from Trimberger. One 0 on the way. Inside, 2-0. Two and 0 now on Taylor. He's had a nice season himself. At over 300. Line down the first base line, foul.
Another guy here who really stays inside the baseball. I think that slider outside really isn't gonna fool him. He has a willingness to go the other way. Not necessarily a pole hitter. He's more balanced.
2-1. That's shot to right and a base hit into right field. Caston Keene will pick it up. And that's a 2-out single for Gavin Taylor.
Got to see it right there. A little ball over the middle of the plate. And he just keeps the hands inside. He lets the ball travel and drives it the other way. Really, really good piece of hitting right there by another senior leader on this team.
This team had 11 seniors coming into the season.
That's right.
And they know what happened last year in game 1 of the sectionals against Concord. It was a great pitching performance from Concord and Braden Messenger, but they knew they should have won that game. They knew they should have went on another run. They knew they should have tried to get a little deeper in that tournament, defending their two-time state champion crown. But they didn't, and things happened like that, and now they look to avenge it. Kaiden Horvath swings on the first pitch, sends a line to center. That was hit pretty well, but right at the center fielder Hokie drifts back, makes the catch. That ends the inning, but the Kingsmen with a 3-run homer from Will Barnes take a 9-0 lead, and we'll be right back with the bottom of the second from LaPorte High School. And welcome back to LaPorte High School. Kingsman baseball on the Penn. I'm James Mason alongside Danny Morton. Penn and Adams here. It's 9-0 Kingsman. We're in the bottom of the second inning. A 1-2-3 inning last inning from Stockbridge on just 15 pitches. Weston Hoke leads things off here. He's the center fielder. First pitch up and in on a ball one. It's the first pitch ball we've seen tonight from Stockbridge. 15 pitches, that's about the average for, at least in the MLB, for a nice 7-inning start. 1-0 here on Hoke, and a defensive swing, he fouls it off. It's 1-1.
Very interested to see how the coaches over at Penn plan to play this night out. I'd be assuming they got a number in their head for Stockbridge, and they have a number they don't want him to go over. Save him for Monday. Be interested to see what inning that happens in.
1-1 is up and in. It's 2-1.
They brought a couple guys up from JV in the younger level. Like I can see Damers going in tonight. Might get a crack at it with a lead like this.
He's pitched pretty well down at the JV level.
He really has, yeah.
2-1. Swing and a miss. It's a 2-2 now on Weston Hoke.
It's a great opportunity to get a couple of guys who don't necessarily see the field as well at the upper level to get some experience.
And a jam job into center. That'll fall for a hit. On the inside fastball, he's able to get in front of it, get it on the handle, and it falls in for a single. Kingsman get it in quickly, but it's a leadoff hit for the Eagles.
That was a pretty impressive swing right there. That's something we don't see a lot of players do off of Stockbridge, is hit that inside fastball up the middle like he did right there with a little bit of authority as well. Very hard to catch up to 90 on the inside. Righty.
Brings up Brock Stoltz. He is batting .356 this year. 2 for 5 against Penn in those first two meetings. Kingsman, as you know, went undefeated in the NIC. They won both games against Adams pretty handily. Leadoff man on, nobody out here. Up and in, ball one. Stockbridge going to try and dial back in here. A double play ball would be excellent here. Stoltz a hard guy to double up, though.
Looks like the middle infield will be playing for that double play.
Swing and a miss. High fastball swung under it, 1-1. They've got a very nice duo to turn two between French and Plummer up the middle there, and Barnes, an excellent first baseman.
Definitely a lot of chemistry going on within the infield.
These guys have played with each other for years now. Lots of experience. The 1-1 is in there for strike two. On that outside edge of the strike zone, it's 1-2. Watching over at first there. Hoke can steal. Up and in, it's 2-2. Again with that slider.
Seems a little bit frustrated at that. Most of his misses on his off-speed or his breaking ball pitches tonight have been inside. Looks like he did a little motion. He doesn't feel like he's yanking on that curveball quite enough with his wrist.
2-2, turned on it, fouled on the third base line. Won a bit of a defensive swing as well. He was very out in front of that one. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Reminder, tomorrow, the Pennant will have coverage of the opener for the Kingsman softball team. That's round two of their sectional. 2-2, swung on and missed.
It's a great breaking ball right there. He leaves it a little bit over the middle of the plate, but not too much of a problem. That's the first breaking ball that he saw for a strike, that hitter. Very difficult pitch to hit, a lot of vertical break.
We got one out, runner on first. It's the third strikeout of the night for Stockbridge. Garrett Miller stands in. He's playing in left field today. In there for strike one on the first pitch there. It's that first pitch, strike back. Saw three of them in the first inning. That's the first one this inning. Just getting ahead in counts. That's what starts a good at-bat for a pitcher. Swung on and missed. They throw down to first, trying to get the back pick there. Didn't get him.
I almost caught him in a little bit of a routine. He was getting a little far off in between pitches. That was a pretty smart play by Kaiden to hit the snap throw down to Barnes. They almost got him.
That's the value of having a catcher like Kaiden Horvath. He sees that. He understands what the next move is.
A lot of value in that in high school baseball.
Small ball, big factor in high school baseball, and Horvath just cuts that down. 0-2 here on Miller. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Stockbridge.
Looks like he's got a feel for that breaking ball again.
Was able to get that one fading away from the hitter. It is now 2 outs and a runner on first. For Caston Keene. So now a 4-set second and first. Stockbridge delivers. Working on back-to-back strikeouts. He misses low, ball one. Barnes holding the runner on first. Braun was playing first base against St. Joe the other night. And there's a ground ball right to Will Barnes. He'll field, touch first, end the inning. We go to the top of the third. 9-0 Kingsman. And here comes Mason Bernacki. We welcome you back. 9-0 Kingsman. We're on the top of the third inning. Bernacki leads off this inning. He saw one pitch in his first varsity at-bat. Sent it to right center for a triple last time up. Let's see if he can one-up that.
Yeah, it looks like the center fielder remembers Mason Bernacki's hit. He's shaded to right field.
Back to work. Another first pitch swing, and it's a base hit into center field on 3 hops. Under the diving second baseman Smith.
Finds another gap. It looks like he did not skip a beat from JV to varsity. Keeps his swing the same, stays inside the ball, punches one up through the middle.
And that's what they preach so much from the coaching staff. I mean, stay inside the ball, find your gap.
Stay inside the ball, put the ball in play. Good things will happen. Mason Bernacki does have some wheels. We'll see if the coaches let him use them here.
Got a pretty big lead off first. First pitch, that's away. Ball 1 here on River Pacina, getting his third at-bat. He's 1 for 2 with a triple. Had 2 at-bats in the first inning. Had the leadoff triple, then he flew out to center. 1-0 on him here. Good slider, catches the inside edge of the back foot there. 1-1 now. So Bernacki has now seen 2 pitches on varsity, and he's cashed in 2 hits. 1-1. That is low. It's 2-1.
Center fielder's still shaded to right field just a little bit. That's where Pacina went earlier. He went over the right fielder, but I think the center fielder's kind of caught the idea that Penn likes hitting the ball to right center a whole lot. That is leaving left center pretty wide open. Gotta hope that Pacina realizes that.
Don't know if he's going to get a pitch to realize that on 3-1 now as he misses, low and in again. This might be his pitch where he can get his pitch and pull it to left center.
That's what his triple in the first inning came off of. 3-1 count. We'll see if he tries to capitalize on it again.
Bernacki on first, nobody out. 3-1, and that misses. Ball 4. It's a walk for Pacina. Here comes Braden Plummer.
Just kind of feels like Trimberger's lost the feel for his off-speed pitches a little bit more and more every inning.
There is some action in the bullpen for Adams. We'll let you know who that is when we get the word. First and second, nobody out for Braden Plummer, who's 0 for 2. He reached on an error back in the second and then scored on the Barnes home run. A step off here from Trimberger, who came into this inning with 45 pitches. Still yet to get an out in the top of the third. 9-0 our score here. Shows bunt, pulls back, not in time. They didn't pull back in time. It's a strike.
Penn's pretty ruthless. They play till the game's over. So they're looking for any way to kind of manufacture this run. They're willing to bunt, even up 9-0. Pure dominance throughout the whole game. They're still looking to play the game their way.
The 0-1, that is called a strike. I guess maybe just caught that inside part of the plate. That looked pretty far inside.
He's been hunting for that spot all game. Hasn't gotten it until that call right there. We'll see if the umpire starts to expand his zone.
The 0-2. Ooh. That one looked better than the strike 2 pitch there on the outside. This one was. Did not get the call. It's 1-2. So Trimberger back out of the stretch here. First and second, nobody out. On the ground, deep in the hole, that'll clear the infield for a single. Around third, Bernacki up with the ball. Miller, he'll throw to the cutoff man. Bernacki scores. It's 10-0 Kingsman on a single to left field. Braden Plummer comes through.
That was a pretty big-time RBI. Oh. Looks like River just swiped third.
I think time was called
Time may
before,
have been called.
but it looks like was time granted. Time was asked for by Adams. I don't know if it was granted or not. Pacina just took third when no one was looking.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to send him back to second.
We'll have a mound visit regardless. They might be buying time for this guy in the bullpen. Trimberger's night just isn't really going his way.
He's got a sweatshirt on down there, so not exactly sure who that is. No, that's a guy protecting him. Can't get his number. I don't have binoculars.
Looks like 1-6. 1-6 would be James Sitz.
Yeah, I think that's who it is, yeah.
A lefty warming up in the pen.
He did not pitch against the Kingsmen. He's got an 8.3 ERA in 7 appearances. Here comes Mason Braun. He's 0 for 0. He's been hit by a pitch twice.
We'll see if they let him swing the stick here or not.
He's seen just 3 pitches. All of them have been against Trimberger. First and second, nobody out. 10-0 Kingsmen. First pitch, he swings up the middle. This could be 2. Oh, the ball hopped over the glove of the shortstop Stoltz. 1 run will score as it squirts into center field. Braun takes second. Getting to third is Plummer. Pacina scores. That took a crazy hop. It just popped right up over the shoulder of Stoltz, and it's 11-0.
Yeah, again, not really the prettiest contact we've seen by the Kingsmen by any stretch, let alone Mason Braun, a guy who usually hits the ball pretty well. Got tied up a little bit inside, went up the middle, definitely not intentionally, and got lucky a little bit right there with the hop. Shortstop didn't really do anything wrong. Now you got 2 guys in scoring position with no outs and Will Barnes up. This is probably the last guy Trimberger wants to be facing right now.
Barnes already homered once. He homered a dead center. Pitches him away. It's 1-0 now. That was an E6 on Braun's hit there. He stands on second. Plummer stands on third. There's still nobody out. It's 1-0 on Will Barnes, who is 1 for 2 with a ground out and a home run. Long pause between pitches here. He comes set now. Trimberger delivers. It's away. It's 2-0. He is definitely replaying that home run back in his head right now, Trimberger is.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It looks like he's losing mechanics just a little bit. He's falling off to the left, something we haven't seen too much from him all night. He's just kind of pulling all of his pitches outside from Barnes. Might be scared to throw to him here.
Oh, he leaves one out over the plate, and he drives one to right. This is hooking into foul territory, and it will get out of play. He left that pitch over the middle. Barnes just a little late trying to sit back on the breaking ball. He sat back on it just a little too much and then drove it foul. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting a hung curveball right there. He's probably sitting dead red after seeing 2 fastballs away. Looks like he kind of double clutched a little bit, didn't get the contact that he wanted, but live another day.
2-1. Trimberger set. Still a hitter's count here for Barnes. He holds up a good take on a high pitch. Those pitches that are high are some of the harder ones to lay off. They're right at eye level, and they look so good to your eyes, but your hands just can't catch up to them.
Especially for Barnes, a guy that really likes to kind of elevate and celebrate over here. He likes hitting the ball pretty far. It's a hard pitch to lay off.
3-1. It's fouled off again to right. Pretty good crowd tonight here at one of the nicer fields in all the state of Indiana. Schreiber Field, the baseball capital of Indiana, they call it.
They're going to bring the Eagles decided to bring the infield in with Barnes with a full count on him. I think they're counting on Barnes choking up and getting some weak contact so he can get the out at home.
3-2. He misses high with a breaking ball, and it's ball 4. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. for Bennett Hartford.
Eagles are leaving the infield in as of right now with bases jacked and Bennett Hartford up.
He has come up with some dramatic swings with runners on this year.
I don't know if playing the infield in is really the play here with Bennett Hartford up to bat. You're just leaving more gaps in your outfield.
First pitch to him, it's a breaking ball up and away, and it's 1-0. Still action down in that bullpen from Sitz. One and 0. Inside, called a strike, though. It's 1-1. The strike zone seems to be kind of shifted. He's not giving him the outside pitch. He's giving him that inside pitch, though. It's 1-1 on Hartford.
Bennett really likes churning on the ball, though. When he hits the ball hard, it tends to be the left field.
There he hits one through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Station to station, a run scores. It's 12-0 Kingsman.
Right there, we saw that fastball inside, and he just got the hands around really fast. He's got great hand speed, great knob to ball kind of contact, and he just extended through that ball, pushing into left field.
That is it for Trimberger's night. It's 12-0. We will see number 16, James Seitz, come into the game. Trimberger, not much he could do tonight. His fastball was not the sharpest, and the Kingsmen, they know how to work a pitcher, and it has been an amazing season for him this year. He gives up 12 runs, not all of them earned. There were 2 errors.
A senior will receive standing ovation from his home fans and will be greeted by the bench as he comes back to the dugout.
So when we come back, it's pitching change. It's James Seitz coming in. The lefty will come in to face Dawson French. Bases loaded, still nobody out. 12-0 Kingsman. The Pennant will be right back. Dawson French will lead things off here as we're back. We're still in the top of the third. Nobody out and the bases loaded. It's James Seitz coming into the game in a rough spot. Infield, in on the corners, back up the middle.
This isn't necessarily the ideal situation that a reliever comes into. Definitely not what James is dreaming of coming into tonight. Down 12 with bases loaded and heart of the lineup up.
A 1-0 to French is in the dirt. It's 2-0. Taylor is on deck. Horvath in the hole. Still a pretty windless day, but the ball has been carrying out to center. Oh, he gets him swinging hard on a breaking ball. Looked like a changeup there. Off speed stuff. Way out in front of it, and a swing and a miss, 2-1. Bases loaded, nobody out. There's a swing and a high fly into right field down the line. Coming over, making the catches. Caston Keene tagging and scoring is Braun. The cut was not great. It got under the glove of Smith. And a sac fly that moves everyone after it gets under the glove of Smith, and it moves the runner from first to second. So second and third, 1 out, 13-0.
Designated hitter Gavin Taylor.
So here comes Gavin Taylor. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Horvath on deck. 1 out, second and third. Outside, ball 1 on the first pitch. Looks like a mist starting to come in. 1-0, and Taylor sends one to left center field. Long run, that's down, and that is picked up by Hoke. 2 runs are going to score. Getting into second is Taylor. He's 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Nice night for him.
Yeah, he's pretty hot tonight. We get to see him go up the middle one more time. Like I said in his last at-bat, he's a really balanced hitter. He likes hitting all sides of the field. Really solid contact straight up the middle.
Here comes Kaiden Horvath. 15-0. Adams has been playing better. He expected the Kingsmen to put up some runs because the pitching numbers have not been great as there's strike 1 to Horvath on the outside edge. We did not expect 15-0 in the top of the third. Runner at second, 1 out. Horvath fouls it back. It's 0-2. Bernacki is on deck. It's a nice night for him to make his debut on varsity. Not a lot
definitely.
of pressure.
First at-bat, even. Really no pressure. No pressure for him at all tonight so far. Second he had got into the field, he had a 6-run lead. Don't really have to worry about making an error out there.
0-2 is high. It's 1-2. Seats back set. He delivers, and that is away. It gets to the backstop. That'll be a pass ball. Getting to third is Gavin Taylor.
Again, we see Kingsmen really show no mercy until the game is up. They're here to make a statement. They want to show that this is a far different team than what happened last year. Taylor swipes third, up 15 runs. That's not something you really see in the game of baseball. It's pretty frowned upon. But
it's playoffs here. You're playing to just get ahead, get whatever lead you can. You don't need anything crazy happening. 2-2 in there for strike 3. A punch out. The first strikeout of the night by any Kingsman. Gets that inside corner call. Here comes Mason Bernacki, who is 2 for 2.
2 for 2 on 2 pitches.
Let's see what he does on this first pitch here. His second at-bat of the inning. He takes a pitch this time. It's high ball 1. Showing off the eye now. It's a nice take. Games like these are what gets you moved up into the lineup very quick. 1-0. Called a strike. Catching maybe the outside of the outside.
Yeah, a little bit on the black there, but looks like the umpire is going to lean towards Adams' way on a couple of these calls from here on out.
Yeah, trying to get this game moving. They got a game behind it. That is low. It's 2-1. Runner at third, 2 outs. That one is fouled back out of play, 2-2.
Now we get to see Mason kind of showcase his 2-strike approach here. We'll see what he does.
Probably looking to shorten up on that swing.
Doesn't look too much difference. A little bit of a wider stance, that's all.
2-2. Got him swinging. Nice pitch on the outside.
Little
Probably had him thinking on that last strike call. They got to protect anything out there. That ends the inning. The Kingsmen play 6 more. It's 15-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Kyler Kazmarski takes over in left field. Or excuse me, right field. Right field. I know my rights and lefts. First pitch from Stockbridge to start off the inning. That's a looper over the head of the tall Dawson French and into right field for a base hit.
Thought he was going to make that play for a second. He's got a really good vertical. He's about 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in there. But Stockbridge will be able to throw for that double play ball now, and hopefully our middle infielders with some really good chemistry can turn that ball.
Here's Kanan Smith. This is the number 9 hitter. It's his first at-bat of the game. He was 1 for 5 in 2 games against the Kingsmen. First pitch, swings, gets under it, into foul territory, right side. Barnes will give chase, but he'll run out of room as it goes into the crowd for strike 1. So other than Kazmarski and right for Braun, no other defensive changes. Looking like the Kingsmen want Stockbridge to finish this one out himself. Looking like we might only need 5 innings. 15-0 our score in the bottom of the third. Man on first, nobody out. The 0-1 is in there for strike 2 on Kanan Smith. It's Caston Keene on first. Oh, 2. Infield playing for a double play here. And it's a call. It's strike 3 down the middle.
Nice little bender in there, a little slider. He finds it again. Didn't have a great feel for it in the second inning, but looks like he's back at it.
That is his 5th strikeout of the day. 1 down. Still the runner on first. Lineup turns over. Wysinski in, takes a slider in there for strike 1. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Off his leg. off Stockbridge's leg. He picked it up, flipped over to Barnes, and there was the first out of the game. 0-1 on him here in his second at bat. He turns and fouls it off down the third base line. It's 0-2. Adams with 2 hits tonight. Kingsman with 11. 2 errors for the Eagles. Kingsmen have played a clean game in the field so far. No errors.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The dirt field, or the grass field, I guess, hasn't really affected their play other than a little bit of running on the base paths. So a couple of trips, a couple of falls. But
it helps having Stockbridge with 5 strikeouts on 7 outs so far. Inside on the 0-2 pitch, it's 1-2. Tried to back foot that slider. One and 2. Good lead off first. And a called strike 3. Stockbridge is dealing.
yeah, he's hot. I feel like this is the first inning really. It's all kind of came together at once, and he's really firing right now. Off-speed fastball.
Here's Ben Pachaki.
It's been mainly curveball, slider, fastball this whole game.
2 outs, man at first. Low for ball 1. Pachaki struck out his first time up on 3 pitches. 1-0 on him here. 2 down and a runner on first. Some action now coming to the Kingsman bullpen. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Running down to the bullpen for the Kingsmen. That is we'll let you know when we get the word. 1-1 is swung on and popped up into shallow center. This should end the inning. Pacina calls everyone off. That ends the inning. And we go to the top of the 4th. Kingsmen lead at 15-0.
And we got 30.
Welcome back.
Kaz has picked up a bat as well.
Kaz, yeah, we got a lot of substitutions coming in, or pinch hitters, whatever you want to call them. Colton Rarick has grabbed a bat. He will be batting here to lead off in place of River Pacina. We're in the top of the 4th. Some action in the Adams bullpen. We'll let you know who that is when we get back. It's Damers down in the Kingsman bullpen. They've got Grady Harrell on deck for the Kingsmen. He'll be batting for Braden Plummer. 15-0 our score. First pitch, Rarick swings hard and misses. There's going to be some cheers from the dugout for this one as the pitcher is batting here. Colton Rarick, not normally a hitter. 0-1. Oh, he swings and hits one to left center. Going back is Hoke. He'll make the catch. Pretty good contact from Rarick there.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of pop, a little bit of barrel from the guy.
Here comes Grady Harrell now.
Lefty and middle infielder for Penn High School. He hit the cover off the ball over in JV.
First pitch is in there for strike one. Top of the fourth. Nobody on, one out for Grady Harrell. He hits one off the end of the bat. It's fouled on the third base line. And it's 0-2. Glad you could join us here from LaPorte High School. I'm James Mason alongside Danny Morton. We have the entirety of the sectional coverage here for the Penn Kingsmen. And hopefully further on into regionals, semi-state, and eventually state if they can make it there. 0-2, back up the middle and gloved, but not gloved well by Stoltz. It gets into center field. It got under the glove of the pitcher seats, and that's going to be an error. So reaching on an error, Grady Harrell. And one out and a man on first.
Sounds like they're actually going to mark that one as a hit as we get confirmation from behind us.
Yeah,
that will be Grady Harrell's first varsity hit of his career. He's a sophomore.
That's nice. Here comes new hitter here for the Kingsmen, Kyler Kazmarski. He filled in for Mason Braun last inning. He takes a ball on the outside. Runner on first and one out. A little slide step there, and it's fouled off. 1-1. Slide step trying to deceive the runner Harrell there at first.
Yeah, Harrell does have some speed on the base path. Swiped a lot of bags down in JV, but with the lefty on the bump, I don't think I can see him going right here. If he does, it'll be off first movement.
1-1. Harrell, you can see, was leaning back towards first. Gets the call on the inside part of the plate. It's 1-2. Harrison Huck has grabbed the bat. He stands in the on-deck circle. Inside almost hit him. 2-2.
Yeah, Penn's taking a lot of advantage of their 15-run lead. Getting a lot of guys in that tend to not see the field as much as your everyday starters.
One out, runner on first, Harrell. 2-2 on Kyler Kazmarski as he takes slow. It's 3-2. It's got to be a good opportunity for the main starters to get some rest as well. Long grind throughout the season through 28 games. This is their 29th game and the first in the playoffs. Jammed and foul. Will do it again on 3-2. So 3-2 here. Back to work. And a ground ball right side. Fielded by Smith. He'll throw to second, and he pulled him off the bag. He's safe. That was a fielder's choice and an error.
I don't know if it was the smartest idea for the second baseman to go for the out at second base. I get it, get the lead runner, have a chance at getting the out at first, but both of these guys have a lot of speed. Might not have been in the back of his mind.
Here is Harrison Huck. He is batting for Will Barnes. Dalton Zoltanski's grabbed the bat. He's standing in the on-deck circle. That is away, ball one. First and second 1 out. On a cloudy day in LaPorte County. 1-0. And fouled off again. So Huck stands in with a 1-1 count. He's having a decent season off the bench, 286 average on 8 hits, 7 singles, 1 double.
Probably just looking to kind of maximize his opportunities up here at the varsity level.
1-1. He is late on it. It's 1-2. Huck also a football player. Played some tight end wide receiver last year. Reminder, Kingsman football also here on the Pennant. You can join us next season. Some live video broadcasts and radio broadcasts on the road. 1-2 called. Strike 3 on the outside edge of the strike zone. 2 down. Here comes Dalton Zoltansky. He pinch hits for Bennett Hartford.
Zoltansky swung a pretty hot bat during the season. He had 30 at-bats, producing 11 hits, 367 average.
He's been a nice piece. Him and Taylor have played at DH position a couple of times this year each. Gets the check swing, strike 1 on him here. 0-1 with 2 outs. First and second, 2 outs, and inside 1-1. 15-0 our score here in the top of the 4th. If the Kingsmen can keep a 10 or more run lead, it will be over after the 5th inning. The 1-1 inside again, 2-1. Dawson French is on deck. He is not a pinch hitter. He's actually hit the ball rather well this year. As of late here, had that walk-off against St. Joe. Got a sac fly tonight, a walk. 2-1. Zoltansky on the ground to third, fielded. He'll step on third, and Caden Keene ends the inning. We will head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is still 15-0 Kingsmen when we come back. And welcome back. We got some defensive changes here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Damers is on the mound now for the Kingsmen. We got a new catcher. It's LaFleur behind the plate. And we've got Harrison Huck at first, Grady Harrell at short, It is
Zoltansky at 3.
Zoltansky at third. Bernacki has moved to center. In right field is Kyler Kazmarski. And in left, that is
Colton Rarick.
Colton Rarick. Yes, that is.
Only 2 starters left in the game are a freshman and a senior, French and Bernacki.
So first pitch of this inning is inside. That's ball 1.
Damers was kind of the so-called ace down in JV. Pretty low ERA. They relied on him to go pretty deep into games. And
on the ground to third, Zoltansky fields, throws over to first, and there's one down. Nice play by Dalton Zoltansky just into the game, and he makes the play. Weston Hoke will come up now.
Anyways, they relied on Damers to go really deep into games, and he was usually able to give him 5 or 6 innings, if not a full game, and also has the ability to come out of relief like he is right now.
He's going to be a key piece for these Kingsmen, not only eating innings right now to save the normal starters, but, I mean, he has a significant spot on this team if they are ever in need to have a deep bullpen game. Inside ball 1 to Weston Hoke. Fly to right, down the line, long run for Kazmarski, and that falls safely foul.
Damers tends to be not as dominant, I guess, as you could say, compared to Stockbridge, but he's a first pitch strike kind of guy as well. He likes getting ahead, and once he's ahead, he usually goes to the curveball or the changeup.
Here's the 1-1. He goes with that curveball. Got nice 12-6 action there. It's away. It's 2-1. Couldn't produce the swing and miss there.
He really isn't afraid to throw it. I can see him going back to that here.
Looks like he goes there. Low fastball, and that's in there for strike 2. 2-2, 1 out. He delivers, and there's a fly ball down the right field line. Kazmarski running over, makes the catch just inside the line. And that brings us to 2 outs now.
Another reason Penn really isn't afraid to bring some innings eaters in is because of the great defense that we do have. Big hustle right there from Kaz, moving down the line, grabbing a ball that may or may not have been fair.
So now 2 down and nobody on for Brock Stoltz, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That is low ball 1. Nice block. New catcher in there, as we said. That is
Max
LaFleur.
LaFleur.
1-0. Amers deals. Stoltz lines. Nice snag by Zoltansky at third. Playing the hot corner. He got a hot liner, and he made a nice catch. That ends the inning. We go to the top half of the 5th. When we come back, it's still 15-0 on the pennant. And welcome back. We had a new pitcher in the game for the South Bend Adams Eagles. It's Jonah Foreman on the mound for the Eagles here. Emerson Callum has grabbed the bat. He's going to bat for the Kingsmen here to lead off the inning. Brock Donay's got a bat. And when they say everyone hits and everyone scores, they mean literally everyone hits. They are getting every single at-bat or pitcher involved tonight. We had some shocking news. And for the second year in a row, Concord has pulled off a first-round upset in sectional play. They upset Warsaw 3-2 tonight in first-round action. 15-0 our score here from LaPorte. Kingsmen lead it. We're in the top of the fifth inning. Emerson Callum to bat here. He bats for Bennett Hartford and Dalton Zoltansky. Callum with a .556 average and 9 at-bats. He takes the first pitch in there for strike one. Kingsmen just got to have this inning here. They get out of next inning. And the game is over. Callum up the middle to second. It's fielded by Smith on the ground. He throws over to Pachaki, and that is the first out of our inning here.
Next batter for Penn, number 10, Brock Donay.
Brock Donay will come to bat. Sophomore, 5 at-bats this season. 3 hits, 3 singles. It's good for a .600 average. Sure looks good on the stat sheet there. Some action in the Kingsman bullpen. We'll let you know who that is when we get it.
Yeah,
Go ahead. No, 1 out and nobody on here. That's low and away, ball 1.
Brock hit the ball really well freshman year, and he proved himself again sophomore year. He is a sophomore right now. Enough to get him to the varsity level for the sectional run. State run, that is.
That's outside 2-0 now. Brock hitting here for Gavin Taylor. Swinging a fly ball down the right side. That's foul. On deck is Max Lafleur. 2-1 here on Donay. And he fouls one off. 2-2. Donay also played football this last season. A linebacker back up on varsity. As a sophomore, 2-2. That's away, ball 3, as it kicks behind the catcher Witt. Three and 2. He gets a piece of it and fouls it off again.
Kid's got a really good sense for the strike zone. He knows when to swing, when not to, and it's really exciting to watch him take an at-bat when you got a full count just like this.
Base is empty, 1 out. Top of the 5th. We're in need of a new baseball. Tossed in by Lafleur, and we're ready to play again. Count is full on Donay. An upright stance, back cocked over his shoulder. Taps it over to third. It's fielded by Keene on the run. He throws, and he is out at first base. 2 down.
Catcher, Max Lafleur.
Here comes Max Lafleur. He will take over for Kaiden Horvath. It's Mason Bernacki on deck still. Lafleur in 12 at-bats has got a .417 average. Fouls off the first offering. 0-1 here. We'll see if he can get on. If Bernacki can get one more at-bat in his varsity debut, I'd say he's proved enough, but I'm sure he wants to do some more. The 0-1, and that gets away 1-1. One ball, one strike. LaFleur with that knees bent, and inside on him, it's 2-1. Foreman having some trouble locating here.
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of definitely not intentionally throwing around these guys, but he's doing what his coaches brought him in to do.
Pumps a strike in there. It's 2-2. Infield plays back on LaFleur, and a 2-2 high pop-up right side foul ground running over towards the Kingman dugout. Sliding and just unable to make the catch was Pichaki. Two and two. So Penn is going to be awaiting the winner of Mishawaka and Michigan City, which likely Mishawaka, but you never know. 2-2 on LaFleur. That game between whoever they may face will be Friday, same time as today. Up and in, it's 3-2. We'll have that for you right here on the pennant. Another radio broadcast. Count is full here on LaFleur with 2 down. The base is empty. And he takes one to right field on a line right at the right fielder, Caston Keene, who makes the catch to end the top half of the 5th. The Kingsmen can close it out and punch their ticket to the 2nd round when we come back, the bottom of the 5th, shortly. And Kingsman looking to close things out here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. It's 15-0 Penn. 3 outs without Adams picking up 6 runs. Will end it here. Dawson French is taking over on the mound. Just going to get him some pitches in there. Hopefully a low amount of pitches. Set him up to go on Friday night.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if Penn could rely on French out of the pen. I mean, again, his slider just plays off of everybody else's kind of off-speed and fastball really well. He complements really the whole bullpen and all the starters when he comes in after a pretty good outing.
So we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch from French is fouled off down the right side by Garrett Miller. The 0-1 is a check swing appeal down to first. It's called a strike on a swing. 0-2. So Adams is going to have their season finished here. They'll finish 9-20. And the 0-2 just missed. It's 1-2. They started the season rough. They started to turn it on at the end. They split with Elkhart to finish the regular season. Tonight, they've just been overmatched. The 1-2 is outside. 2-2. French working quickly, 2-2, swung on and missed. There is his first strikeout of this postseason.
A little bit of trouble with the more inexperienced outfield or infield, throwing the ball around. Just some little things that Penn really does stress on, is they can't fully get it around the horn.
Taking over at second for French is Brody Cashin. Everyone else still the same here. One out, nobody on. We've got pinch hitter here for the Eagles. That is Jeffrey Sitz, the brother of James Sitz, the pitcher. Through the last couple innings, he swings through a high fastball. One strike. Oh, 1-1, one out, nobody on. French deals. It's outside 1-1.
Those misses aren't going too wild. He's staying on the black for the most part, if not right over the plate.
That one missed a little further outside than he hoped. Looking for that slider to come back onto the plate. Didn't get it to go. He's facing a lefty here. 2-1. That's shot to left foul, and it's 2-2. French back to work, and a swing and a miss, strike three. Back-to-back Ks for Dawson French. And one last batter to face. It's a pinch hitter. It is Caden Keene. So 2 down and nobody on. The Kingsmen looking to move on to Friday night. First pitch, French misses away. 1-0 on him here. Low again, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 15-0 our score. Kingsmen lead. Just missed outside 3-0. Thought he might give him the call here at the end of the game, but did not get it.
That one looked pretty good to me.
3-0. Gets the call this time. That was about the same spot as the last one.
Yeah, if not a little bit further, might have been a little bit of a makeup call right there, and I think that was definitely in the back of the umpire's head, anything close.
3-1. Called strike 2 on the outside.
French is hopefully going to make him swing the bat here.
Count is full with 2 outs. And he walks him on the pitch away.
This is on that slider. Probably tried to start it a little bit further inside, but I think just couldn't quite do it.
Maxwell Palmer has grabbed the bat. He's pinch hitting for the Eagles. He stands in. French, a quick move to first, tried to pick him off to end the game. That'd be something. Couldn't get it to work, though. So Maxwell Palmer is 0 for 2 tonight. Or, excuse me, pinch hitting for Masinski, who was 0 for 2 tonight. In there for strike 1. 2 strikes away. Comes set, delivers out of the stretch. Chops a little check swing foul. And it's... Well, it looks like he did not get a bat on that. That took a... That took. It looked like it was... No, it was just a pass ball, so the runner gets to second. Excuse me there. That looked like he checked his swing, and it just got a piece of it there on the end of the bat. He did not. There's a runner on second now.
Yeah, that's kind of where you miss a little bit of that leadership that comes around with Kaiden. Max, a good catcher. That one just kind of bounced up out of the dirt, something they're probably not used to.
Pumps a strike in there. Back to work on a 1-2. Called strike 3, and the Kingsmen advance to Friday night. They'll take on the winner of Mishawaka and Michigan City. French closes it out with a called strike 3. And the Kingsmen are winners tonight, 15-0 our final score. Kingsmen win with 11 hits, no errors. That is the big number, no errors tonight. That is key. Playing on a grass field tonight for one of the first few times this season. They kept it clean. They did what they had to do. And They shut out the Eagles. No runs on 2 hits, 3 errors. We thank you for listening to tonight's game. Final score 15-0. Kingsmen win it. We hope you can join the Pennant live from Mishawaka High School tomorrow at 5:30 when the Kingsmen softball team takes on the John Adams Eagles softball team. The baseball team will be back in action in the sectional semifinals Friday night at 5:30 against the winner of Mishawaka and Michigan City. That's 5:30 Central. Thanks for listening. I'm James Mason. I'm alongside Danny Morton. Have a nice night. That's all we got for you. Hope you can join us tomorrow from Mishawaka. Stay tuned to the Pennant social media for more information and all news Penn sports. Have a nice night.